Let's stand up for the national anthem. O Uganda, may God uphold thee. We lay our future in thy hand. United, free for liberty, together we'll always stand. E Mungu twaomba uilinde Jumuiya Afrika Mashariki, tuwezeshe kuishi kwa amani, tutimize na malengo yetu. Jumuiya yetu sote tuilinde, tuwajibike, tuimarike. Umoja wetu ni nguzo yetu, indumu jumuiya yetu. Thank you so much.
Honorable Minister and other dignitaries here, you're welcome to the center. My name is Dennis Katunji. I'm the Deputy Executive Director at Uganda Media Center. This morning, as you can see, we have a big team from a number of ministries and agencies of government. The National Information Technology Authority, in partnership with the Ministry of Education and Sports and the Uganda Human Rights Commission, are officially launching the ULearn platform and the Uganda Human Rights Commission case management system. These two e-services were developed under NITAU's Digital Acceleration Project. Without much ado, I'll invite Dr. Hatwib Mugasa, who is the project lead and the executive director at NITAU, to take us from here. We will follow our usual standard format. After our invited guests have delivered their message, someone in the team will summarize in Luganda, and then we'll do the Q&A. Dr. Hatwib, you're welcome.
Good morning. Good morning. Today, we will be launching two systems, two e-government systems. And just before we go into the launch, I would like to recognize the presence of our Honorable Minister, Owechitiba Joyce Nabosa Sebugwawo, the Honorable Minister of ICT. Honorable Minister, you're welcome to the event. I would also like to recognize the presence of the chairperson of the Uganda Human Rights Commission, Ms. Mariam Wandagia. You're welcome. I would like to recognize the Secretary to the Human Rights Commission. You're welcome to this launch. And all the stakeholders from Human Rights Commission, the project coordinator on the project, you are welcome. We are also going to launch a system for education. I was informed the PS was, for the Minister of Education and Sports, was to attend. However, she has sent in her apologies, but we have a team and she has delegated the commissioner, Commissioner, Teacher Education. I request you stand up for recognition. You're welcome. And there's a team behind her that has come to support the launch. I request you also stand up for recognition from the Minister of Education. Yes. The Minister of Education. We also have Nita as the executive director. I'll be opening the launch, and I request the team from Nita, the director e-government services, and the project coordinator, the developers. They are behind their laptops, but you are all welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, members from the press, today we officially launched 2 e-government services. 2 e-government services under our mandate and under the supervision of the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance. Our mandate is to coordinate the country's adoption of information technology and to ensure that government digital services are delivered to a consistent high standard of operation. This is what we have set forth, and this is what we are going to launch today. Our mandate is precise, and today we will demonstrate 2 of those services. The program we run first with the launch of the ULearn platform and a means of education, and I will invite the project coordinator on the ULearn platform from education to come and speak to it. Then we shall also launch the Uganda Human Rights Commission case management system. Both have been developed under NITA. They are not procured. These are developed by Ugandans here in Uganda. We are supporting BUB. Thank you. Because of the challenges, both from the 2 entities here and many other entities, we looked at a broader platform of the way systems are launching. This is the first of the phase, but there are others that will come. There are others that are coming through the work that we are doing at NITA. We intend to review all government systems under the with coordination with the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance to eliminate duplication, to improve on efficiency, but also to have locally developed solutions by Ugandans and to give an opportunity of employment to Ugandans. Ladies and gentlemen, the ULearn platform. This is a continuing professional development system that gives teachers and instructors from teaching training institutions a structured, self-paced assessment and high-quality digital and financial literacy training. We shall be rolling it out online, and after the training, the teachers shall be certified. They will be given a certification to confirm that they have undertaken this training. It will be self-paced. So wherever you are, if you are not able to come to Kampala or not able to come to the training center in Jinja, you are able to access this system. Additionally, we have negotiated with the service providers. We recognize that we have so many instructors who have challenges of data or getting internet on their phone or on their devices. Yet we're mandating them to certify. We have negotiated with the telecoms and told the telecoms, can't you reduce or even zero rate the cost of data for people who want to access these systems? And they have come through. Already, MTN has agreed to zero rate, so there will be no cost for people who are accessing this system, teachers who are accessing this system, wherever they are. So far, the ULAN has enrolled 6,600 teachers and instructors from 26 teacher training institutions across the country. We will verify over 380 teachers, training centers, and the courses that they undertake, the different courses within the institutions where they are taking. And this verification process shall result into a digital certificate. So the teachers who are, and instructors who are undertaking these courses in their respective fields shall be verified. At the end of the self-paced assessment, we shall issue a digital certificate that you can now use to confirm and build onto your profile. As I've stated, the access, we have noted the issues in access of systems, and we have already negotiated to waive the cost of internet to this system. And we are negotiating also through the means of ICT and means of finance on reducing the cost of devices so that it is affordable, it is accessible, no matter your income bracket. The ULAN platform, as I had stated, is built in-house by Ugandans. So we have reduced the cost spent in foreign systems. It is built by Ugandans. It is scalable. In case of any improvement, we're able to improve and integrate with other systems that are in existence. That means Uganda is digitally inclined and able. We have the capacity. Uganda Human Rights Case Management System. This is the second system that we are launching today. As most of you saw yesterday on TV, where they were tasked to verify the cases that are being received at the commission, reported at the commission. And true, there was a system that was in place with challenges, with a couple of challenges. It needed improvement. It was also due for an update. But instead of going the very expensive route, the Uganda Human Rights Commission approached NITA. They approached us this year in February 2026, and presented their case to us. They had a challenge where information on cases was difficult to capture in the existing system. It was closed, vendor closed. It was desktop. It was not that flexible as they would wish to have it. We sat down with the team at Uganda Human Rights Commission. We took their requirements into consideration, and we built a system that addresses all their concerns. We are launching it today to capture, to provide full visibility within the case management process at the commission. We also will enable the system to record historical cases and report on them, and to have a dashboard that gives that full visibility that the previous system was not providing. Similarly, we are developing this at NITA under the stewardship and leadership of the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance. So that means we have full control in the way the system shall be developed. We will not rely on foreign or external parties, but also we reduce on the cost of foreign or paying for expensive, yet not superior, expensive systems, vendor-locked systems. We are able to do that here in Uganda, and this is what we are doing. Thank you, right Honorable. Those two systems shall be the starting block in the direction that we intend to deploy, and we're working on even other systems and even solutions. There's one that we are testing, which is very popular. It's an international system. I don't have to bring it here, but we shall come back and we show you that, yes, the Facebook, Twitter, Zoom, all those platforms where we are spending a lot of money and the money is going out of the country. Why don't we develop them here, and the money even stays here in Uganda, and people even pay for them. We shall be coming to launch them also. At this juncture, I would, before I step off the podium, I would like to invite the project manager from Human Rights Commission, Mr. Daniel Okiri, to say a word or two. Then also from Ministry of Education to say a word or two on the systems, how they will be utilized. And then we shall move on to the next presenter. Thank you very much. Daniel.
Honorable Minister for ICT and National Guidance, Honorable Chairperson, Uganda Human Rights Commission, the Secretary to the Commission, fellow staff from the Commission, our guest from the Ministry of Education and Sport, the media fraternity, good morning. It's a privilege for me to be here this morning to just give you a glimpse on what we have done regarding to the UHRC case management system. I'm going to be very brief, but the most amazing part of the system is that part or the platform which is meant to take services of the Commission closer to the public. And this is an online system. This is to supplement what our UHRC mobile app is already doing. It's like one of the complaints reception mode into the Commission. So in case you don't wish to use the app, but you have a complaint of alleged human rights violations, you can reach out to the Commission without having to go physically to our offices. And the only thing you need is your smartphone or a laptop, and then you need to be in a place, especially for this system, you need to have internet. But for our mobile app, what we've done now, even if you don't have internet, you can lodge the complaint. If you get internet later, it will submit into our database. So this system can be accessed. We are going to upload it after this launch in our website. You'll see a menu saying lodge a complaint into the Commission. When you just click on that, it will take you to the page where you have to sign up. Why do you have to sign up? We need to keep your basic details for us to locate you in case we have to clarify more about your complaint. Now, what are the parameters that we ask about you there? We need your name, your email address, and then a phone number. After you've provided that, it will take you to the next page where you'll now have to create your password for you to be able to lodge your complaint into our system. So once you successfully create your account, you'll be logged into the system. Now, that system, the public-facing interface, we've made it very simple in that we are basically asking for basic information. What is your complaint all about? Did you report to any institution? When did it happen? Where? And regarding where, we are basically asking the district. Why have we zeroed down only to the district? Because UHRC has got regional offices which are distributed all over the country. We have 12 regional offices. So when you specify the district where the incident has taken place, to minimize overwhelming the staff at head office, your complaint will be routed straight to the right regional office. And then our staff from there will reach out to you to find out more information and maybe to call you in case there's any need for you to have a physical interface with our system. That is the brief about the system. This system is very user-friendly. It is compatible with both mobile devices and then fixed gadgets like desktops and even laptops. So we believe that this system is going to help the public most to reach out to the Commission and to enjoy the services that the Commission offers. That is all that I can say about this system in high level. For more information, really, you can go ahead and tell your friend, tell your other friends to tell their friends that we can now be reached online. You don't need to walk physically to the Commission. Thank you so much. This is the brief. May God bless you.
Thank you, Daniel. For the ULAN system, I will invite the Commissioner to make her remarks, and within the remarks, she'll also talk more about it. And after the Commissioner from Education makes her opening remarks, I'll request the Secretary for the Commission, Uganda Human Rights Commission, to also make his remarks, where he will introduce the chairperson of the Commission, and the chairperson shall invite the Honorable Minister of ICT and National Guidance to make her remarks and officially launch the system. As part of the evidence that was required by Parliament is this launch. We are going to take evidence on record and present it at the end of the day to confirm the system is operational. Just before I invite the Minister of Education, I'd like to thank the Minister of ICT and National Guidance for the continued leadership and strategic guidance that they have given to NITA and specifically on this project. Thank you, Honorable Minister, ICT and National Guidance. We have worked well with them to enable us partner with the different entities and open the doors when we needed their support. I would also like to thank the Minister of Education and Sports, from the PS, the Minister, and the State Minister, who have also contributed in enabling us work together and even bringing on the private sector to reduce the cost of internet or waive the cost of internet. And this is an ongoing discussion which other private entities are having with Ministry of Education, so that services, e-services are accessible no matter what. We remove all those barriers to access of digital services to the citizens. Thank you very much. I would lastly like to thank, not lastly, I would like to thank the Uganda Human Rights Commission for coming in strong as a partner and working with us. It took us less than 6 months to fully develop and get to the point when we are ready to operationalize the system. This was because of the commitment, the tireless days and nights and weekends. I would get calls over the weekend. Let's work on this, let's work on this. So we were constantly working on this system to make sure it is ready. And that's what I call upon other agencies. Let's come together so that we have the strong support from government. Lastly, I would like to thank the team at NITA. Thank you very much for the resilient and dedicated work you have done, professionalism, and commitment to digitize the country. The media, stakeholders, thank you very much for God and my country. Thank you. At this juncture, I would like to call upon Commissioner to make her remarks. Thank you.
Our Honorable Minister of ICT and National Guidance and your team, the Chairperson Human Rights and your team, Director NITAU and your team, my colleagues, ladies and gentlemen who bring us from the offices where we sit to the public, good morning. I am Dr. Mugisha Annette Kajula, and I take the roles of Commissioner Teacher Education Training and Development in the Ministry of Education and Sports. When we talk about ICT, I think the first person ICT should empower is a teacher, if we have our country empowered in technology. So this morning, we are very happy as Ministry of Education for having been given this opportunity to be here to share and launch a certificate in teacher education professions course that has evolved through a number of levels that we're going to share here. Would like to say that technology has come to stay. At every level, you need technology. And if you are going to use technology, you are going to make sure that the teacher is empowered. You have heard the number of reforms that have come targeting the teacher, guided by the National Teacher Policy that was launched and approved in 2019. One of the recommendations and implementation standards for this policy for the teachers is that teachers must continuously be taught. All of us here, we use a vehicle or we have vehicles. And at one time, we must make sure that that vehicle is serviced. And the service of a teacher is through a continuous professional development, commonly known as CPD. So we have a CPD that was developed starting in 2007, where we developed it targeting the teachers in the primary teachers' colleges. And this was planned to empower the teachers, to improve the teaching and learning, and empower the administrators on how to manage day-to-day of business at teacher training institutions. Now in 2012, we thought that the teachers at primary cannot work alone. We also needed secondary. So we had to review it and make sure that it was customized to lecturers in the national teachers' colleges then, today known as UNITE campuses. And we had support from Islamic Development Bank. Now, when we are done with the secondary teachers and primary teachers, COVID came and it showed us that the 4 rooms were no longer useful. We needed to teach even when we are not in 4 rooms, in the comfort of my sitting room, at a veranda, and a tree. And therefore, with support from UNCDF, working with Continum, we had to make sure that this CPD was digitized, such that a teacher can access it even when he or she is not in the room. And we were being supported by Continum organization. When we looked at the CPD online, we thought that now we needed to open it to not only teach educators, but also needed to support the teachers. So we were lucky to get support from NITAU, working under the project ULearn, implemented through Continum. We worked together and made sure that we add there more modules that were very useful to the teachers. And the modules that we added on this CPD were focusing on digital literacy and financial literacy. Like I've said, if we want to have technology in this country, and if you have to support all aspects that are around technology, you need to support the teachers. So we had to make sure that all our teachers who might have gone through the training when ICT was not up and running, they were also put up to date. So we added modules that were focusing on digital literacy. But at the same time, we said the teachers may need knowledge that would guide them on how to manage finance, either in administration or at personal level. So we also added financial literacy module that had 10 modules, while digital literacy was built on 7 modules. And all these were focused to empowering a teacher for this country. We sat and made sure that all these modules are online. The teacher will not need to go and look for it, either at media center or go in a teacher training institution, but from the comfort of his or her room can access this course when he's using his smartphone, a laptop, or a desktop. We want to thank NITAU. Director wants to thank you together with your team. Christian, one of your staff, Christian, I give him a staff. He could call every other minute. Where are we? Are we started? Is the workshop ready? Are we going? Every other moment he was calling. And I want to thank you very much for supporting him. And Christian, thank you very much. Together with director, thank you very much for the work that you did. Chilabo Sharon is my colleague from the Ministry of Education, and she was the coordinator in the department. I want to thank you very much. Those who are stressed so much. I see Dora and Linit, they are also there. They were among the team that supported us to make sure that we come out with this CPD. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard we have finally, as teachers, got the Teacher Act 2026, which was approved and the president enacted it in May. And we are like other professionals today. We are going to have our council that will be governing us. And this comes with the need, more need for the CPD that we needed it previously. We shall be coming back to license our licenses as teachers, and it will not be a matter of saying, now I have a degree. on top of a degree or a master's, you'll need to come with CPDs that will approve that you have improved from the time when you were licensed. And we are pleased to say thank you to whoever contributed to this CPD, because it is going to be one of the CPDs that will support teachers to re-license. I want to thank everybody that has come here today. Continam, thank you very much for your support. Nita, we are grateful, and we're also grateful to the development partners that have supported us. If we didn't have ULAN funding, maybe it would not be easy for us to be here today. I bring greetings from the Ministry of Education. PS has not been able to be with us this morning because of equally important commitments, so we had to share areas to make sure that government tasks continue moving. I submit.
Thank you, Commissioner from Education. I would like to now invite the Secretary for the Commission to make his remarks and invite the Chairperson.
The Honorable Minister of ICT and National Guidance, Honorable Chairperson, Uganda Human Rights Commission, the Executive Director, Nita Yu, the Commissioner who has just spoken from the Ministry of Education, and your technical team, my colleagues also, the directors and other senior officers from the Uganda Human Rights Commission, the distinguished media present here, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to you all. My name is Kamadi Bionavie. I'm the acting secretary to the Uganda Human Rights Commission. We are happy to be here this morning. My role is very brief. Daniel has already taken us through the UHRC case management system. But I would like to add my voice to his by welcoming everybody who is here this morning, and in particular to thank Anita Yu. We appreciate the support you have given us. For the record, the Uganda Human Rights Commission has had an e-case management system that we started developing in 2012, called the Human Rights Integrated and Information System, HURIS. But we have had challenges in having it seriously run. And as the ED said, yesterday we were in Parliament. This is an area the Auditor General picked interest in financial year 24-25, because now we are living in a time where somebody doesn't have to travel from Gulu to Kampala or to anybody's office. But with this system, we would like to urge the public to utilize it and lodge complaints through the system. We have a category of the public that believe in walking into offices, meet the chairperson, hear from her directly. We want to tell them that this system will make you reach the chairperson. The good thing is when you lodge the complaint in the system, the task to follow up is ours. So the system has brought services nearer to the people. It is budget neutral. You don't have to incur transport costs, accommodation, walking to the centers where UHRC offices are located. I would like to urge and implore the public to make use of this system, because it will go a long way in quickening the complaint resolution system. The Commission has a mandate under Article 52 of the Constitution to initiate at its own initiative or on a complaint made by any person investigations into violations of human rights. Now, with this system, it will be, the onus will be on the commission to follow up, as opposed to the complainant walking to the commission. And that will be much easier to do. We specifically, as I conclude, want to appreciate NITAU once again, because UHRC is one of the 5 MDAs that you have been able to automate, and the only one in the jail sector. We don't take that one for granted. And we commit to use this system and to knock on your doors should we need any kind of assistance in any way regarding this system. So with those few remarks, I would like to take this opportunity to welcome the chairperson of the Uganda Human Rights Commission, the Honorable Mariam Wangadia, to come and make her official statement on this occasion of UHRC automating and going digital fully. You are most welcome, Madam.
The Honorable Minister of ICT and National Guidance, the Executive Director, NITAU, the Secretary, Uganda Human Rights Commission, staff of the Uganda Human Rights Commission, the media fraternity, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Not afternoon, I guess, Secretary. On behalf of the Uganda Human Rights Commission, I welcome you all to this landmark occasion. At last, some good news is happening to the Uganda Human Rights Commission. I request our friends from the Fourth Estate to equally amplify this good news, just the way you've been amplifying the negatives. Today, the Uganda Human Rights Commission officially receives from the National Information Technology Authority of Uganda the Automated Human Rights Case Management System, or e-case management system, known as the UHRC Complaints Portal, developed under the Uganda Digital Accelerated Program, UDAP, funded by the World Bank. BUBU, Build Uganda by Uganda. This handover marks a significant step forward in our constitutional mandate to promote and protect human rights in Uganda, while embracing digital transformation to strengthen the Commission's mandate. In line with the National Development Plan 4, this human rights complaint management system will transform our case management landscape through a digital platform to register, track, report, and resolve human rights complaints speedily, efficiently, and effectively. Ladies and gentlemen, the Uganda Human Rights Commission is particularly grateful to NITAU and the government of Uganda for having prioritized and considered us among the 5 MDAs selected for automation under this project. This deliberate choice demonstrates that the government places human rights at the center of national digital transformation efforts. By ensuring that the Commission benefits from automation, the government affirms its commitment to strengthening the promotion and protection of human rights, improving access to justice, and ensuring efficient, transparent, and accountable service delivery to all citizens. By receiving this system, therefore, we are not only embracing technology, but also reaffirming our commitment to safeguard the rights and freedoms of all Ugandans. To the general public, particularly important is a defining feature in this system, which is its public side portal that allows complainants with access to smartphones or laptops and an internet connection to lodge complaints directly to us in English at their convenience without the need to physically travel. This supplements the existing UHRC app, ensuring that citizens can conveniently submit complaints from wherever they are. The system also makes it possible for complainants to track the progress of their cases at the palm of their hands, receiving updates in real time. This innovation reduces barriers to access, empowers citizens to engage directly with us, and strengthens trust in our ability to deliver justice transparently and efficiently. To NITA-U and the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance, looking ahead with the power of machine learning and language translation, we appeal to the NITA-U to consider incorporating multiple local languages into the system when planning to upgrade the system in future. This will ensure inclusivity, allowing all Ugandans, regardless of language background, to lodge complaints seamlessly and have their complaints accurately received and processed. Furthermore, this system will enable the Uganda Human Rights Commission to respond to complaints faster, provide timely feedback to citizens, and strengthen collaboration with other government institutions through case referral and management mechanisms. The Uganda Human Rights Commission extends our sincere gratitude to the World Bank for funding this initiative, to NITA-U for your technical expertise and leadership, and to the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance for your unwavering support. We particularly appreciate the support of 12 laptops provided to boost use of this system across our offices. However, a few challenges remain that may still pose a barrier to the adoption and use of the system in our offices, and these include internet connectivity. 3 of our regional offices, that is in Arua, Lira, and Kabale regional offices, are not yet connected to the national internet backbone. Change management. The staff of the Commission need to be trained and retrained on the system so that they gain mastery of the system. And lastly, publicity of the existence of the system to the citizens. This calls for collaborative efforts of all stakeholders. We call upon NITA-U to fast-track these connections and internet bandwidth upgrades to overcome barriers so that all Ugandans, regardless of location, can benefit equally from this innovation. As I conclude, I invite the public to embrace this new era of service delivery. As Commissioner from Education said, technology has come to stay. It is our pledge to the people of Uganda that their rights will be protected with greater efficiency, transparency, inclusivity, and fairness. Together, let us continue to build a Uganda where technology serves humanity, inclusivity is prioritized, and justice and human rights remain at the center of national development. Finally, I have the honor to invite the Honorable Minister of ICT and National Guidance, Owekitiibwa Nabosa Sebugwawo, to formally launch our automated human rights case management system. You're most welcome, Honorable Minister. for God and my country.
The chairperson and members of the Uganda Human Rights Commission, the executive director Anita Yu, Dr. Mugasa, the team from the Ministry of Education and Sports, representatives of the World Bank, district officials from the government ministries, departments and agencies, development partners, members of the private sector, the press, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you all. It is a pleasure to join you today for the launch and handing over of two important digital solutions developed under the Uganda Digital Acceleration Project UNDAP, the enhanced ULearn platform and the Uganda Human Rights Commission case management system. I commend Nita Yu, the World Bank, the Ministry of Education and Sports, the Uganda Human Rights Commission, and all partners who have contributed to these initiatives. UDAP supports Uganda's digital transformation and the use of technology to improve government services and promote economic growth. Ladies and gentlemen, digital transformation is not simply about putting services online. It is about using technology to make government services faster, more accessible, transparent, and responsive to citizens. The two systems being launched today demonstrates this in practical ways. The Uganda Human Rights Commission case management system will help the Commission manage human rights complaints and investigations more efficiently. It supports the process from receiving and registering a complaint, assigning and investing cases, managing evidence, following up cases, and recording decisions. This will reduce reliance on paper-based processes, improve access to information, strengthen accountability, and make it easier to track cases. Ultimately, the system should contribute to better and faster human rights services to citizens. I encourage the Uganda Human Rights Commission to ensure that staff are properly trained and that sensitive information is kept secure and confidential. The second solution is the enhanced ULearn platform developed to support continuous professional development for teachers across Uganda. The platform provides teachers with flexible and affordable opportunities to improve their professional and digital skills, including digital citizenship, online safety, cybersecurity, ICT for teaching, financial literacy, and emerging technologies. The platform currently has 27 continuously professional development modules and has partnered with 26 teacher training institutions. More than 6,681 teachers have enrolled, with over 380 teachers have completed training and received verified digital credentials. The provision of online access and the zero-loaded data partnership with the MTN Uganda, and also important because they help teachers access the platform even where connectivity and data costs remain challenges. Ladies and gentlemen, Uganda cannot achieve meaningful digital transformation without investing in people. Our teachers must have the skills to use technology effectively because they are responsible for preparing the next generation of Ugandans. I'm therefore pleased that ULearn also introduces learning in artificial intelligence and emerging technologies. As we embrace AI, we must promote responsible and safe use while paying attention to issues such as privacy, cybersecurity, ethics, and inclusion. As we launch these platforms, we must remember that this is not the end of the journey. The system must be used, maintained, improved, and expanded so that they continue to deliver value. For the UHRC system, success should be measured by more efficient case management, better accountability, and improved access to human rights services. For ULearn, success should be seen in better trained teachers, stronger digital skills, and improved support for quality education. Our focus must therefore be on impact, not simply the number of digital platforms created. I appreciate the support of the World Bank and the leadership of NITA-U in implementing these initiatives. I also commend the Ministry of Education and Sports and the Uganda Human Rights Commission for embracing digital solutions in their work. I encourage all government ministries, departments, and agencies to continue working with the NITA-U to identify services and processes that can be improved through technology. Government will continue to support an environment that promotes connectivity, digital skills, innovation, cybersecurity, and responsible use of technology. Ladies and gentlemen, today's launch shows that Uganda is moving from talking about digital transformation to putting it into action. A teacher can now access professional development digitally through ULearn, while the Uganda Human Rights Commission can manage cases more effectively through a digital system. These are practical examples of how technology can improve the lives of Ugandans. Let us therefore continue investing in people, skills, infrastructure, innovation, and strong partnership to build a digital government that works for every Ugandan. I congratulate Uganda, NITA-U, the Uganda Human Rights Commission, the Ministry of Education and Sports, the World Bank, and all partners upon these achievements. I encourage all stakeholders to ensure that these platforms are fully used and sustained for the benefits of Ugandans. With these few remarks, I am pleased to officially launch and hand over the enhanced ULAN platform and the Uganda Human Rights Commission case management system under the Uganda Digital Acceleration Project. I thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Honorable Minister.
Failed sometime. While appearing because us yesterday, you said there were issues to do with the internet, issues to do with scanners, and maybe staff. So I'm wondering, how is this one going to improve the case reporting across the country since the first attempt failed? Are we launching something that is likely to fail like we've had before? And lastly, within the same, there was a concern from commissioners yesterday that some of your staff had issues with their contracts. Now that you're launching a new system, have you recruited a new team to handle it, or within the same system? Thank you.
Good morning. Edgar Matthew Karuhanga is my name, from NBS. First of all, to the case management system, how long does it take for you to get back to this individual who has lodged the complaint in the first place? But also, how long does it take to rectify that particular matter? Two is, how different and unique is a teacher who has used your learning platform from an ordinary teacher? How different can we look at them at the end of the day?
Thank you. My name is Lawrence from UBC Radio. This goes to the ED, Nitayu, rallying from the chairperson of Uganda Human Rights Commission's concern of the language, particularly on the case management system, since most of people who have very many human rights concerns, some of them are illiterate, do not know how to write English. What are innovations that you're working on fast track this system?
Hello, good morning. Jim Rima is my name, from the Uganda Radio Network. Mine goes to you, sir. According to the UCC, it's between 33 and 35 of our population that own smartphones. But from your submissions, and I listened to the technical person, you talked about only those who have smartphones. Is there a plan for those of our people that are back in the village to access these platforms? Then the issue of privacy and protection. I think it's a very big discussion today, but among the submitted, because it's today that we are having you to speak to us about these platforms. The next day you hear about complaints about privacy, because you know matters to do with human rights. Mainly it's the privacy of the person who is accusing, the person who is violating the human rights, and you know the cases that are ongoing. Lastly, I think for a common teacher who is out there, might think that, because there is also a very big discussion about digital and the jobs. Are they safe? Has it come to take the jobs of the teachers? Then the chairman talked about the issue of the internet. If we are still facing the issue of internet here in our center, how are these platforms going to be different from what has been happening? Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. I am Kitubi Martin. I work with the New Vision. Mine are two. You didn't hint on the prices. How much did it cost to develop both the ULAN and the complaints portal? Then in comparison, how much would it have costed the country if we procured, like the previous system, to be buying from South Africa, Germany? Now if it's internally, how much are we saving? Then the other thing is on the ULAN. I really wanted to understand how fast is it for a teacher, that CPD, how long does it take me to finish it? Do I have a period of 6 years, 1 year, to finish all those modules that are in the CPD? Thank you.
My name is Natrinda Rachel. I work with Baba TV. My question is, many Ugandans right now do not have smartphones, and how is the system going to help the vulnerable and the people in the rural areas? Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Twine, I think we start with you.
Yes. Thank you for those questions. I will answer the IT-related questions, and I will allow my counterparts to address the questions specific to the Commission, Human Rights Commission, and the ULAN means of education system. And I've seen a trend on the questions. I think about 3 people asked more or less similar, the similar question: connectivity. Connectivity is a challenge. Yes, we are rolling out the national backbone infrastructure. We are currently in the 5th phase of the backbone, the NBI. So far, we have rolled out close to now 5,000 plus kilometers of backbone. The backbone is a highway where data is transmitted over. You could use an analogy of the express highway, or the highway that connects you from one city to another city. We are so far connected more than 50%. We have a plan to connect the whole country. And in those plans, in the roadmap, for now specifically UNHCR, we surveyed the sites to connect the last mile. Now that is the last mile. We're working on backbone, then we move to the last mile connectivity. There are 3 sites that we surveyed that were not connected. That is Lira, Arua, and Kavale offices. We have fiber there, and we already surveyed the sites. It was work in progress that we are that we had planned, and we are going to fully connect all UNHCR sites. In total, there are 13 sites. So we already covered 10, including the head office. There are 3 sites that are pending, which are already in our plan. And like Secretary and Chairperson and give my commitment. These are already in plan, and we're going to connect them so that we are fully operational. That leads up to the other question on the usage. 33 to 35% of the population have smartphones, and we are rolling out e-services. We are reaching usage through the digital devices, but only 35 to 30, about 35% as per the UCC report have smartphones. We have solutions. There are a couple that are already in place, that are already implemented. We are working with Ministry of Public Service to set up Service Uganda centers. A Service Uganda center is where the citizen in the remote, far to reach places can access, at least relatively, the distance is not far. We bring it closer to the citizens, and we're going to the villages. We have one here in Kampala for those who still have challenges. Also in Kampala, Service Uganda Center has been set up at Posta Uganda head office on Kampala Road. We have set up another one in Barara, still with Posta Uganda. We're working with Posta Uganda since it's an agency under the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance, and because of its outreach, we have also enhanced the Service Uganda Center in Gulu and Tororo. This is a location where we shall be deploying these devices for citizens to come and use. We will bring URA, NIRA, all those service providers that have e-systems or that are digitized. NSSF, Ministry of Finance has many programs, EMIOGA, PDM. We shall bring them in those locations. We shall give them computers. We shall give them connectivity and enable them, and also UNHCR shall also be hosted there, and enable the staff in the Service Uganda centers to serve the underserved or the citizen who does not have a device. That is already in place, and we shall be coming together with our Ministry of ICT and National Guidance and Ministry of Public Service and the respective stakeholders to also officially launch the Service Uganda centers. But we're also working with Ministry of Finance to see how the cost of the imported devices can be reduced. It is a struggle. As Uganda, we do not import second-hand or refurbished devices, whether I think the only East African country that does not import, for good reasons, for our environment. We don't want to compromise on the environment. There are so many devices in place, and some of these devices imported well, cheap and refurbished are not good for the environment. We emphasize to import brand new, but we're working on seeing that even that cost of importation reduces. We're working with the Ministry of Finance, and soon the announcement will be made through our ministry. Honorable Minister will inform us on the progress in that direction. Job replacement. This is the same scare that was experienced when ICTs were introduced, not just in Uganda, but in the world. People were scared we're going to lose our job, but now even there were more jobs that were created. Let's look at the positives. Yes, true, some jobs will be replaced and must be replaced. Let's not stay in an analog way. Let's move digital for the efficiency it comes with. They're going to replace, but they're going to even create more jobs. Service Uganda Center, we're telling the districts, we need people who have IT skills to come and sit here. We don't want to bring people from Kampala. The districts are the ones going to employ, and we're working with Ministry of Public Service to ensure that the jobs are created through Service Uganda Center. So it's not job replacement, it is job creation. Thank you. I've answered the issue on the challenges of internet. The price, the two systems were developed at NITA through the support of our development partner, the World Bank. The support was in multiple areas. Systems need to be hosted in a data center, so we upgraded our data center. We're extending our backbone. The World Bank came in also to support in the backbone. The devices, Human Rights Commission, once their system was being tested, they needed laptops. We're able to provide the laptops to use at the different offices, but also the mode of development, we took up a different mode where we're saying, if we're deploying solutions, let Ugandans have the first priority in developing them. So the software that was used, that was procured through the World Bank, this is e-service framework portal. It enables us develop many solutions by the Ugandans. So yes, we procured a system, but the system is being used to develop other systems. We didn't procure the e-learn, we didn't procure the human rights case management system. We procured I would say a mother system that now builds other systems. And we trained our staff, we train Ugandans, we trained even other IT staff from other ministries so that they can have the skills to develop systems locally. I will probably in another forum give the analysis, but this is, yes, there's a price, there's a cost attached to it, but the benefit or the savings that it comes with are exponential. I don't have the figures at hand, but we are not going to go into the recurring licensing costs, like what the foreign systems come with, those additional costs that sometimes are even more expensive than the shelf price. So the price, there's a lot of benefit, and it gives us control and removes the barrier for acquiring new systems. Price, you can see the time, it took us less than 6 months to get a system up and running. If we had gone into procurement, just the procurement process is 9 to probably a year just to complete the procurement process. So this is the direction that we're taking at NITA through the means of ICT. I think I've more or less covered all the questions. I would like to call upon the Secretary to.
Thank you very much for the questions. The first one was, after the system failed, how sure are we this one will work? I would like to clarify, the earlier system called UHRC did not fail, but it was struggling. There is a difference between failure and facing a challenge. So it is because it was not producing what we exactly wanted, we decided to enhance. You look at it from this angle. It's like if you have been using a coaster, or you have a coaster, and now you want to buy a bus. It doesn't mean your coaster failed, no. And that's why the Honorable Minister talked about enhancing. Yeah, so I would like to correct that. And this is also important for the mindset. Let us look at the glass as half full and not half empty. So the system did not fail. We sought to enhance the features for better service delivery. The other aspect is on what the ED has talked about. 33 to 35% of the population have smartphones. What about those who don't have? He has explained what government is doing, service Uganda centers, but from the Commission's angle, I would like to add that the system we are launching today is complementary. We are not closing out those who don't have mobile phones. We shall be operating a hybrid system until such a time T when everybody has a smartphone. So our people should not fear that if I don't have a mobile phone, I've been left behind. No, leaving no one behind. It is complementary. We continue to receive the physical walk-ins, but for those with mobile smartphones, they don't have to walk in. Then the other issue is about how long does it take to get back to the complainant? and issues to do with privacy and confidentiality within the system. Let me invite our IT manager to come and respond to that. Daniel.
Thank you so much, Secretary. About the two issues, let me start with the first one. How long does it take for us to get back to you when you lodge a complaint through the system? It is instant. Actually, when you create, the reason we ask you for your phone number and the email address is for us to get back to you. So once you've submitted your complaint and it has disappeared from your side, the system will send you an instant email, but we also, actually, we have also that platform for SMS. It will send you both the email and the SMS with your case reference number, or you can call it the ticket number. So that ticket number, you can use it through the very link which is on that email to keep checking the status of your complaint. Actually, also, let me emphasize this. You may not, if you lodge a complaint online, you may not be required to also be coming into our offices to track the status of your complaint, because your reference number alone is enough for you to get the status of your complaint at any time. Then about the sensitivity of these complaints. During the development phase, ED, we had the opportunity to involve the Data Protection Office of Uganda. They tested all the data collection tools that we have considered in the system, and it has been rated as capable to be used to collect data, but also now sensitivity, how we manage, how we handle that data internally. Every staff of the commission who has access to this system has got the username and the password, and we've also incorporated multi-factor authentication. So once you are a staff and you are charged with that mandate of handling the complaint, you will need to have a password, but also you will, in your email, your official email, you will always, every time you are logging in, you will always be sent an OTP to verify. So having the password alone is not enough. So that is a step ahead to ensuring that all the information that we are collecting is safe, and it is only going to the right people whom we can question at any one point. Thank you so much.
There was a fear about gadgets, scanners and etc. I would like to inform you that we have since got additional funding from government of Uganda to support the ICT function of the Uganda Human Rights Commission. We've bought scanners and distributed them to all the centers that are going to be using this system. So that is not a problem. And the staff are there to do this work. Yeah.
Thank you very much for the questions. I want to first of all say that the system for CPD, the main purpose for having it is to make sure that we have better trained teachers for improved teaching and learning. I want to say that we have empowered the 28 teacher institutions. And if one asks, how different is the teacher who has gone through this CPD and the one who has not? I will answer this in two dimensions. One, the teacher who has gone through this course will be empowered. It has focused on a teacher as a pedagogical leader. A teacher is a leader in his or her class. So we empower the teacher on how to manage the class, he himself, without looking at the head teacher. We also bring to the teacher's attention different ways of handling the teacher. That is called pedagogy. We have also given him or her issues that concern digital and financial literacy, which area also the teacher is supposed to know, because the teacher is not supposed to be in one box. He's supposed to be able to answer different questions as he or she teaches. But I also would say, the question is like, how best is the vehicle which is serviced and the vehicle which is not serviced? That's even another way that I can answer this. I also want to say that in the CPD, we have tried to make sure that we bring in the scenarios that focus on competence-based curriculum, which area has been disturbing our teachers. So the teacher who has passed through this one, especially with secondary education, then he will be capable of managing scenarios in the teaching and learning very easily. The system has brought on board 23 modules. If a teacher goes through the 23 modules, I want to assure you, is not going to be a teacher whose jobs have been taken, but whose skills and areas of focus have been increased. The other question was, how long does it take? It is a course that you can take at your own pace. If they give me to clean this compound, and I have other compounds, and they say when you finish it, you get 20,000, it is up to me to work on it for a week, or finish it and go and work on others. The same thing is this course. I cannot say that a teacher can do it in one hour. No, it cannot be done in 1 hour. And I would also say that a teacher cannot do it in one day. But it has been prepared in such a way that you do it at your own pace. You can do it in 2 years, you can do it in 2 months, but as soon as you go up to the end, the certificate comes automatically. The other question was, how about those without smartphones? Ladies and gentlemen, I know Commissioner Human Rights and even my Honorable Minister touched on this. You and me agree that there is nothing in this country we are going to say that everybody must have access and we start it. I think Kampala is the town, you know, that it has very many taxis, special hires, borders, name it, which can help you to move. But you and me still know that there are people who cannot use them but walk. So we just have to start and improve. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Commissioner. Yes.
sikulonkinga tubadde tutongoza emikutu ebiri emikulu ennyo egyakolebwa ekitongole kyaffe ekigeze ennyo ekya NITAU nga kiyambibwako ministry yaffe era nga kiyambibwako ebitongole byaffe ebirala nga kwegamba before nga tebanaba kutandika aba Ministry of Education and Sports batuukirira ekitongole kyaffe ekya NITAU ne babasaba babayambeko okulaba engeri gye bayinza okukolamu engeri gye bayinza okubayamba okukola ekintu ekiyinza okuyamba ku basomesa baabwe okusobola okubayamba okusomesa engeri y'okusomesaamu obulungi nga tebasobodde kujja Kampala kubanga babadde bakola emisomo mingi nnyo naye nga bajja Kampala buli kiseera kati ne babagamba nti temuyinza kubaako kye mutukolera ekiyinza okuyamba abasomesa baffe aba primary ne senior nga basobola okukola online nga bakozesa empewo internet okusobola okusoma nga bakozesa online emisomo gino egikwatagana ne kalimagezi oba tekinologiya basobole okusomesa abaana baabwe eyo gye bali kubanga abaana mu Kampala babadde basoma nnyo bali waggulu nnyo standard yaabwe eri waggulu nnyo ate nga abaana mu byalo eyo standard yaabwe eri wansi kwegamba ebibuuzo bigenda okujja nga ab'omu byalo eyo bo bakola bubi nnyo ate nga ab'omu kibuga eno bakola bulungi nnyo gamba nga waliwo enjawulo nnene nnyo awo kati ne bagamba singa mutuyamba kubasomesa bano abasomesa abaana baffe bano nabo abasomesa bayige engeri tekinologiya ono abaana ab'e Kampala gwe bakozesa mu kuyiga n'abaana b'omu byalo basobole okuba nti basobola okukwatagana nabo bagendere ku standard y'emu n'abaana ab'omu byalo temulinayo system gye tuyinza kukozesa abasomesa bano nabo ne bayiga katandikire ku basomesa tubasomese kubanga bwe banaayiga obulungi bajja kusobola okusomesa abaana baffe abo abali mu byalo babeere ku standard y'emu n'abaana abali mu Kampala nti omwana ali aluwa ali eggulu aliwa ajja kubanga standard ye ebibuuzo bwe bijja basobola okukola ebibuuzo nga bikwatagana nga basobola okukola ebibuuzo nga bikwatagana ne oba results nga ziba zezimu n'abaana ab'omu Kampala kakati eyo system eyo gye tutongoza abanita ne bagamba nti kale katutandika okukola system eyo abasomesa tubasomese bayige bwe banayiga obulungi nga bayigira eyo gye bali nga tebatambudde kujja Kampala kubanga kiri expensive nnyo okutambula okujja Kampala okusoma buli kiseera okusobola okukola okusomera eno e Kampala kale buli omu waali asobola okuba nga asoma n'ayiga system eno eriwo ya tekinologiya ne baba nga basobola okusomesa abaana baffe abali eyo mu byalo eyo system eyo gye tutongoza olwaleero kakati aba human rights nabo ne babatuukirira era abanita kakati abantu bakomplaininga nnyo ku misango abali eyo ewala tebasobola kutambula era mwalabye ekyabadde mu palimenti nga babaliko nnyo nti emisango mingi nnyo egigenda mu maaso mukozeeko mitono nnyo ekisinga obungi temugikoze lwaki kati nga bano bagamba nti entambula tetulina ntambula kubanga tetulina ssente kakati bano ne bagamba nti nita temuyinza kutuyamba ne mukolayo system tube nti emisango gino tusobola okugiwulira abantu basobola okugiwulira nga bali eyo gye bali tube online tube nga tubawuliza online nti omuntu ali aluwa ali ludda wa abe nga asobola okuleeta complaint ye nga tugiwuliriza ku online tujja kumuddamu complaint eyo tujja kubanga tusobola okurespondinga complaint ye abe nga tusobola kwegamba mufo ky'okutambula okujja e Kampala okuleeta okuleeta okwemulugunya kwe kakati nakyo abe ng'asobola okukikolera wonna gy'ali eyo buli omu gundi ankubye no bankoze ebiki omusajja yankubye omusajja yakoze biki omukyala bwe bityo ebifaanana bwe bityo kwegamba ng'omuntu ateeka buteesi online asobola okukiweereza bano bajja kukirisiivinga aba commission bajja kukirisiivinga bajja kukiwuliriza bamuddemu bajja kumuddamu bajja kubanga basobola okukiwuliriza era bajja kumuddamu bwegamba ekintu kibe nga kitwala time ntono nnyo mu kifo ky'okutambula okujja e Kampala olw'okuba bano basanga obuzibu nti tebalina ntambula bwebyo ebintu bibiri kwegamba byetukoze eki byetugenda okulonkinga olwaleero tugezaako okuyamba okulaba nti emirimu tujyanguya omuntu owa bulijjo ali ewala eyo abe ng'asobola okubaako kyasobola services kwegamba tugezaako okutwala services ku muntu owa bulijjo ali ewala agifune bulungi nga tazze Kampala ndowooza okutwalira awamu kyekyo kye tulonkinze olwaleero. Anti babagambye nti internet kulaba nti abanitayo tugezaako okulaba nga tukolagana ne bannaffe ffe tugezaako nga nitayo aba ministry tugezaako okulaba nga internet tugituusa mu Uganda yonna esigaddeyo katusigazaayo kaakati ndowooza ebitundu nga 3 byokka bitannaba kavalinga mu Uganda yonna naye internet ejja kubanga esobola okuka aba MTN bakkiriza okutuwa internet ku bwereere ku muntu asoma ku projekiti zino 2 zetutaddewo bajja kubanga tebasasula ng'abantu gamba bakola ki nga bakasaki banaba nga bakitegedde tubagambye tukolaganye nabo tukiriziganyiza nabo nti omuntu ali ku projekiti eno gye tujenjogerako kati gye tugenda okulonkinga kasaba manya nti gy'oliko ojja kubanga tosasula ng'okikolerako bwereere okifunirako bwereere.
Tweyanza nnyo Honorable Minister.